Today I'm going to fix something that's been bothering me ever since I got the car. Every winter the heater blower motor will squeal and cause a very loud noise when it's initially turned on, and usually I have to turn it off and on several times in order to get it to go away. It seems like the bearings or something's rubbing inside the motor that's causing it to squeal. So block your ears. I'm going to show you what it sounds like, and then we'll go about fixing it. So you can see on the initial application of the switch, the motor makes an awful racket, and as soon as I turn it off, that time it worked. The second time, sometimes I have to do it multiple times in order to get the squeal to go away. But let's see if we can't fix that. Okay, there's two places that you want to lubricate according to what I've read online. One is this rear bearing here. This whole unit is sealed, so there's no way to get into it. There's some vent holes on the front which you have to take off the plastic, which I'm going to do for that. But this rear one, it's completely sealed in there. So what I've got here is I'm gonna put a hole, 1/8 hole, right in the center of the unit. I've got a magnet here, pretty strong magnet, that I'm going to use to catch the shavings, because I don't want the shavings to fall down in there. So hopefully the shavings will be drawn to the magnet, and then even if they're inside the unit here, I'll be able to maneuver the magnet over the hole and pull the shavings out through the hole. Okay, make sure you don't go too far in, and it's very thin metal. And now I'll just use that magnet to pick up any of those loose shavings. Okay, so now I got a hole, tiny little hole right there in the mid end, and you can see the metal. The main rod goes all the way through, and you can see the end of it right there. And I can see it turning as I turn the motor. You probably can't pick it up on the camera there, but I can see the rod inside moving. So that's where you'll apply some oil, and then also on the top. And for the top one, I have to finish removing this plastic fan. Okay, so found out that do not try to drill through this angled bit right here, because that is solid metal, or it's a thicker metal, and that goes all the way to the rod or the shaft here. So I tried to get through that, and I went in and then about 1 millimeter, and I wasn't breaking through. So I stopped and then went in through the side here. And so right through the side here you can make a hole, and that'll get down, and you can see, I can't see it moving because that's the outer part of the bearing, but I can see it, and there's air space in there. So what I'm going to do is drip some down in here while it's upside down like this, and then it'll flow down into the bearing there and lubricate that. So the way I'm going to do this is I've got a cap full of just oil, and I got a little tube here, and I'm just going to dip it down in there and then use some suction, hold it up over the hole, and then release suction and let it drip down in there. Now I'm going to do this one in the front. just hold it upside down so it flows. Alright, so the holes are done. I've lubricated them. I put a few drops, maybe 3 or 4 drops of oil in each hole. I got the one hole here that actually you can put in with the fan still engaged, so you don't have to take that off. Or I put the one hole right in the center here on the back of the unit, and I also put 3 or 4 drops of oil into that. And only time will tell if that stops the squeak, and I'll let you know. Alright, so I got the unit installed again, and I'm going to go ahead and see if it squeals. If it doesn't, it's not a guarantee that it won't, because sometimes it needs to be cold in order to do it. So we'll see. If it does squeal, then I know I didn't do it right. No squeal from the blower, so we'll see. I'll let you know if it comes back or not. Hopefully that solved it. I'll probably have to relubricate it, obviously, every so often, maybe every year or so, but if that at least works for the winter time or this season, then it'll be a win.